So hello everyone, welcome back, and don't forget, if you like what you're about to see, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cost you nothing and it really helps us a lot, so
please do.
So yeah, action-packed episode coming up this week. we have our local annual festival, Chocalhos, which we'll be showing in stages throughout the video because there's a lot of shenanigans going on. Someone broke their finger but crashed into an immovable object. We go to our neighbour Andrea and collect some river stones for decorative purposes or whatever
I want.
whatever Anne says I have to do with them. And we move, you can see it's missing, we move the wood burner from the kitchen and we start the process of putting it into the lounge.
It needs a bit of TLC first.
Yeah, a bit of change going on there. We were surprised with a couple of new additions to the family.
Yes.
So
Divine.
yes, you'll have to tune in and watch. So we had to make a makeshift house for them, but it's all coming up and you'll see it all soon. Our friend Morten from My Playhouse makes a visit so he can learn how to lay blocks. So we give him a few block laying lessons and a little bit of rendering as well, I think. Last of all, we have a quick look in the greenhouse and a quick look around the garden to see what's growing, etc. This time of year. Lots of weeds. But hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, like, subscribe and enjoy the video. Okay, so we're at the local festa and we have Natalie and Fiona. Natalie from Portuguese Kindergarten Culinaria, and Steve's over there.
Yes, slaving away.
Making boerewors with what? Chocalhos.
Well
There you go. So I just thought I'd record this. We've just had a massive rainstorm and we usually keep all the food here for the animals in sacks, which we've now moved into what was the empty space out here. A lot of them got wet on the bottom, so that's going to be ruined. And look, great. So something's gone wrong outside with the drainage. I'm going to have to look at it, or maybe it was just overwhelmed. So one good thing about having a flooded floor, at least the floor is now nice and clean now we've mopped it all up. So we had like 2 inches of water all across the whole lot. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Anne just had an accident on the bike and damaged her finger. I may show you photographs. I'll see what I don't know how to do it.
No, they're a little bit gruesome.
Yeah, so upon further investigation, this area here, which is unfinished, unsurprisingly, was all flooded, yeah? And the reason it was flooded was that the gutter, the rainfall was too heavy, the gutter couldn't take it, it overflowed down the gutter here. As you can see, the leaves have been coming down. So, yeah, and filled this area up, which then filled this area up. Lovely. So today I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this thing. We're taking it out from here, taking all the chimney out, etc. And I'm going to refurb it, add some pieces to it, and we're going to put that in the lounge. But before we do that, we've had a visit from someone who's brought some house guests for us. Yeah, so someone, Cindy Vine, has brought us 2 little orphaned piglets because she's away travelling and working and stuff. It's very difficult for her to very difficult for her to look after them. So these guys are actually eating out of a bowl, so they don't need to be bottle fed, etc. But Quinn's loving them. Aren't you, Quinn?
Who's that? His new baby.
So yeah, we're gonna end up now making a pen for them so they can go outside during the day, and then we'll bring them in here at night after they've been fed outside, just so they can keep warm. It's lovely and warm in there, as you can see. So there we go, 2 more additions to the family. Not sure what we're going to do with them yet, but and they're called, what are they called, Cindy?
Cruella and Ringo.
Cruella and Ringo. Ringo is fairly obvious. You'll see he's got a ring around his eye, and Cruella is apparently quite cruel. But there we go. So we're up in the goat paddock, or what was the goat paddock? Got to move all these trees, etc. But given present circumstances, so we're going to use this as a little run for the piglets, and we're going to put it near the house so it's easier for Ange to feed them, etc. Yeah, Ange's got
Protective oven glove.
protected over her mangled hand, and yeah, so we'll carry this down now. So I don't know.
Much to help me.
I don't know if this video is coming out. I've got the 2 girls on the back and me on the front. Hang on. And yeah, easy to move. I'm just going to put it down by the house somewhere.
Okay. The Great Escape, hopefully. Da, 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 da. Hop. Hop. God, and it's like, yay! Look at that.
You see, Oreo was his dad. He thinks he's a racehorse jumping
Look at
over.
that.
So I'll put a big bit of shade over this. I think we've even got a little flap to keep that from going anywhere.
There we
Yeah,
go.
and then at night, like you just put the food,
Yeah.
get the,
Yeah.
And we can get them into the cage, and at night they can come back into the house. But for now, we put the rock there so they can have a bum scratch if needed. And yeah,
Yeah, get some shade up, and there we go.
yeah.
So I've just brought their cage outside and docked with the outside space, and they're just having their breakfast.
No, second breakfast.
The second breakfast.
Little hobbits.
They're like little hobbits.
Oh, well, they're not having any breakfast.
No, they were just now.
Oh, they were. That's right then.
Fresh water, and they can have a little stroll around.
Yeah, it was a bit dewy this morning.
Bit dewy, yeah.
Yeah.
So there they are now, all set up in a temporary home for a week or 2, and then we'll make them a bit more permanent accommodation when they get a little bit bigger. A little bit small at the minute, but yeah, they're good, they're happy.
The tails are wagging.
Yeah. Okay, so first thing we need to do is remove the old fireplace. Nothing wrong with it, works perfectly, but we think the bigger one, because we don't use it in the kitchen, it would be more handy in here because we can use the oven and all the other features in it. Plus I want the pipe coming up more into the room so it heats the room quicker from the chimney. So I might have to take this, or we'll have to figure out which stone to take out. But first of all, we're going to work out how to get into these harnesses, which are really good. That says up. So I'm assuming to do that. So we got twisted in there. Doesn't really matter. Take this off, but it's just easy to keep it in one piece. Isn't it?
Will you untwist?
Well, how twisted is it? If I do that. No twist. Ta-da! Get rid of that. So, I need to slacken off a bit. What I'll do, just put it back so we can get it underneath. Now we can adjust. Put it bend your knees.
Whoa, doors in.
I'll shorten it a bit more.
I can't stop it. It's still too short, too long. Where are we going with it?
I'll have to undo this clamp with the wrong thing. This clamp, which I must say, this up there, we've had a leak on the outside that goes in the joint of the clamp. It's got inside the pipe, and we had a bit of rust on the top of the thing because of that leak. But it's nothing much. Well, it won't be leaking anymore. It's a very tight fit, if I remember correctly. We haven't got a lot of movement in this. Once those two undone, we're clear. Well, that's cool. I'll have to pull the whole thing out a bit. So this one's a lot lighter than the cast iron one, as is fairly evident. Right. So I want to take this in there and put it where it's going to be fitted, just so I can then measure where the chimney is going to go through the wall and which stone I have to take out to get to the pipe inside. And I can move it, hopefully, on this. Oh, look at the water. Whoops.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's going to be lovely to clean up.
Thanks.
So I had this on the back. You can see we've got a bit worn. So this big rusty mark where we've had a lot of rain with the storms and stuff, which has come down a gap in the chimney like I explained. It's fairly wet underneath here, but it's the ceramic tiles. It should clean up the big rusty marks there.
Yeah, they'll come off alright.
It should clean up fairly easy with a bit of a scrub. Not too bad. If not, we'll put a big plant pot there. So, hey, I think we'll have to go forwards.
with Nick's bum there.
So, is that fairly equal there? That's not bad, is it?
That's pretty
It's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But what we thought was, because it would be much more efficient to run this one in here. It's a bigger fire, it's quite controllable. The firebox is huge. You can also cook stuff on it. Yeah. And we've also got a little oven up the top as well. So we thought in the winter, when we normally have a fire, it's from about 5 o'clock onwards most days.
Yeah.
So we can actually cook on it as well. So it will save us turning the electric on, thus saving us some money.
Yay! Yeah, because we only used it, I think, twice in the kitchen, didn't we?
Twice since we've had it.
So,
Maybe three times.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is see where. I don't think we can put the meter on because it's too close to there.
Yeah.
See where we can come with the chimney. So where I can have to get the piping. So this is the meter long piece, which I believe is going to be a bit long. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let me get the other piece a minute. Half a metre. So I think if we do that, we get 45.
Don't they do a 3/4 of a metre?
Yeah, I think they might do 750. Yeah, it would be better if it went in.
Take that one out.
Mind you, if we had a let's say a 90 bend there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we went in through there, wouldn't be too bad. We don't get too close to the ceiling.
Yeah, true.
So if it went like that, I think we're going to have to buy a new bend though.
Yeah.
And as we know, the pipe is slightly smaller than these. The pipe that I set into the chimney when I built it, so that'll be fine. So after some pontification, my dear lady wife, in all her wisdom, has decided that we're going to go straight up. So I'm going to cut a hole in the ceiling, and the insulated piece of the pipe, which is still sticking through the roof here, which has an insulated wall on it, that's going to go up through the ceiling now, upstairs. Yeah. So that'll join onto this piece, or this piece will join onto there, and then the insulated piece will go up through there. This is a fan I put in, which is
didn't quite work.
a failed project, so I'll be taking that out anyway. So we're going to cut a hole in here. I need to do some work on the beams because I know that the beam comes here somewhere, so I'm going to have to bridge across here to support the beam. But yeah, we're going to go through with the insulated piece up into the loft space, which will be the bedroom one day, and then break into the chimney up there. So all the dust and the mess, instead of breaking in here and having to seal this off, will all be upstairs, so it'll be a lot easier to clean up. Well,
you did such lovely stonework on the chimney there anyway, darling. So,
yeah, yeah, it'll look quite nice, that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. So this is where the whole that vent. Look at this. This is where the vent comes up through the floor, so the chimney will be beside it here somewhere. I'm really not happy with the arrangement we got here, where I fitted the sheets around the existing chimney. Yeah. What I'm probably going to, I don't like all this stuff. I've always been wanting to do something with it. This is how they did the flashing originally. What I'll probably do is break off all this chimney and the chimney outside. I'll show you that in a minute. We'll break all that chimney off and I'll put a new pipe coming from here now up at an angle and out through the roof and then straight up again. I know I'm going to have to buy some more insulated pipe, but I think it'd be better than this situation here. I really don't like this at all. So it gives me the final excuse finally to sort this out and do it properly, basically. I'll show you the chimney from outside. So I'll get over to that chimney a minute. So I'm toying with the idea of removing all of this because it's not terribly stable, and I think by having different size chimneys and different joints, etc., I think we'd be a lot better off taking this down to roof level, taking the pipe out of it and putting the new insulated pipe through the chimney and up. Much better idea. Join us next week for that lot. So I'm going to attempt, now I'm going to go up on the roof, cut around the chimney, the sealant I'll put on with a styling knife and remove it, and then I'm going to have to make a plate to fit on it, but ooh. Whoa. A lot easier than I thought.
Really?
Worrying me so.
Ooh.
Yay. Easy when you know how. Even though it's only, what is it today, 26, 27 degrees? This is still quite hot to touch. It's amazing. Right, what I'll do is hopefully that'll stay there. A bit delicate here. There we go. So I'm going to transfer, hopefully, transfer this to the hole over there. Yeah, so that's the hole where the chimney came out of. I'll have to get some plasterboard and repair that now and fill it back in with insulation. And also insulate, put a piece of the tin or steel profile of the roof. I'll cut a piece of same profile and stick back on.
Let's hope it doesn't rain.
So this is me back on the roof again, and I think overnight it's best to sort of fill this in. So I've been picking this, people leave pieces of this type of panelling beside the rubbish bins for the authorities to take away, and I've been taking advantage of that and collecting a few pieces. And this is a piece I've stripped the foam off the back. As you can see, no foam, and I'm going to fit it onto here. Oh, without falling off the roof, like so. And I'm going to cut this. I'm marking it with my Sharpie. Thank you very much, Raymond and Sandra. So I'm going to cut it along here, and the top is about the right length. All I've got to do is clean up these edges. Oh, hang on, I'm slipping down. Oof. All I've got to do is clean up these edges here. Give this a bit more curve so it fits a bit better, and stick it back down. Make sure this top edge has a good seal. This top edge here. And then any rain coming down, it would be nice to get it up underneath here, but then it's still going to have the same issue. So I'd rather have it if it was in the middle of the panel like that. Yeah, and that will cover up the hole. Lovely. So I've cut the panel to size and cleaned up the edges of that, believe it or not. That'll just slip in there like that. But what I thought was, when I put a bead of sealer across here, I'm going to need to hold it down for a while. So what I might do is put a screw either side, on all four corners basically, put a screw. So I'll put the sealer on the back now, screw it down and show you when it's done. So there we go, the panel's on, 4 screws. There's a grey sealant across the top, and I've got some red paint that I can go over that with so you won't notice it. Cool, hole finished. Okay, so I've moved the fireplace here near the workshop. Don't look in there, it's a mess. Near the workshop so I can work on it, but that will probably be in the next video because, like a repeat of history, we've been invaded by Vikings.
Again!
So Morten is here, Morten from My Playhouse.
Yeah.
Has a channel about?
It's about all kind of stuff at the moment. I mainly do server and storage stuff, but I also like to film when I'm in Portugal. And today I'm here with Nick trying to learn how to lay blocks.
Yeah, so we're going to give Morten a quick block laying lesson. So he's going to prepare this, and we're going to lay the blocks for the gym basically. I'm joining on to the end of this wall. We're going to come along here, a doorway, and then we're going to go back there. So let's get him to work.
Just like
so we got Morten on the big tools already, just to break out this box, the bottom block, so we can key into it a bit better.
the Milwaukee. Warm in here.
Big tool, yeah?
Yeah.
So we decided in the end to remove the whole wall because it just took more work cutting blocks and working around it. So we just took the whole wall out and we'll start from fresh.
And don't damage that thing.
It's going to work you hard.
There we are.
Okay, so you stack them all here. Yeah, now you need to spread through the middle to spread it out. Yeah, just go a bit deeper, so just like so, yeah? And then that pushes the muck in two rows where this sits.
Yeah.
Right now you need a little bit more because your blocks can come to about there.
Okay, so I'm a bit short.
So now we've got the first row in. The floor slopes that way, as we know. We'll remove these because they were just put in there to make the door a metre wide. Yeah. And now, now we can carry on with the rest of the rows up to full height. Yep. So now hold it on the top. Yeah. Gentle against this because this can move, so you need to be just touching it. Yeah. So here is Morten, now called Morten the Brick.
Brick.
Yeah. So it's laid this little bit here, we've got a doorway, another little return here, and then up to there. So that's the size of our gym, which is about 8 square meters. And that's the 20 something blocks that Morten's laid this morning.
Wow.
Great job. Well done, Morten.
I helped. You did a lot of it. I got a very good feeling of how it works, but thank you very much.
No problem. So we've been donated a load of riverstone from our neighbour Andreas. I can't find the footage that I shot from up there, so this is me offloading it. This is the first of probably 2 loads, but I've picked this one up in our spare time, which we don't have a lot of. So she's been gone for ages. So I'm going to take a walk down to the greenhouse and find out what Angie's doing. And here she is. What are you up to?
Oh, just, well, struggling actually.
Struggling?
Yeah, but I've planted some things.
Okay, do tell.
So we have some cuttings from Speckboom. It's a South African succulent, so I've done those for the minute, and I've planted some seeds, so some broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, green cabbage and red cabbage.
Cool.
So
all overwinter stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
And what have you got here? What's that?
It's pineapple.
Pineapple and a dragon fruit.
Yes.
And that's doing alright actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this mess needs to be all sorted out over here yet,
Uh-huh.
but like I say, I'm a bit hindered at the moment.
Turmeric. It's doing really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Lots of greenery.
Okay, so that's all from us this week. As you can see, the chimney is still up. So yeah, it started to rain, so I couldn't take that down in this week's episode, but tune in next week and we'll be demolishing the chimney and fitting the rest of the fireplace.
Yep, that should be good.
So again, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing.
Subscribe.
And thanks for ringing that little notification bell.
Ding ding.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello you two, what are you up to? Hey? What are you doing? Apart from being super cute. Hey, what are you doing? They're indoors today because we've had a bit of rain, so we've made this little makeshift area for them.
Okay, it's Monday morning. Bit of a miserly day this morning, but I just went to let the dogs out and pick up their food bowls to give them some fresh water and stuff. And look what we have in here. Hey, hello little mate. So I've just brought him outside and I'm going to put him in the flower bed. But he's tiny, so there's my, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, there's my hand. He's lovely, so I shall let him loose. So luckily the dogs didn't have extra tea. So there he is. I've just put him on lemon verbena, and might be a bit of a shock because it's not that warm out here this morning. But yeah, off you go, little mate. Come on, there you go.